As, as just now Amma sang the bhajan, the Lord is Antaryami, and how to find out. This is a technique that, and the only technique that our attention must be withdrawn from outside, then only it can go inside. Till the attention is outside, Antaryami Lord is invisible. So let us bring the attention on the body. Then take a deep breath. So attention comes on the breath. Let us bring our attention on the mind and keep the mind happy and cheerful. So when we are able to do this, at least for some time, the mind is withdrawn from the happenings, because mind is interested in the happenings. Constantly wants some sensations, thrills, thoughts, emotions, some kind of adventure happening outside, and the mind goes. So consciously we bring the mind inside. That's the reason gossip is very, very important for the mind, because it goes out. Why this we are discussing? Because today the topic is mind management. Let us chant loudly so that the mind focuses on the sound. So these are all the techniques to withdraw the mind: chanting, japa, breathing, focusing on the body, thoughts, and then slowly, slowly, when the mind quietens, the Antaryami, Bhagwan, we can pay attention with complete concentration. Om. Om. Om.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gajananam Bhutaganaati Sevitam Navittajambupalasaravakšitam Umasutam Shokavinashakaranam Namami Vigneshwarapada-pankajam Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir-bhavatu me sada Akhanda-mandalakaram Vyaptam yena characharam Tatpadam darshitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Savaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yatkinchit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapi Yat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
Hari Om. Thank you, Rajshekar Lataji. So we are on the third chapter, doing chapter-wise summary where Lord has emphasized on importance, significance of action. And we must focus on how to do whatever actions, whatever situation we are placed right now, whether it's family, business, job, or in whatever situation we are, Lord is inviting us to focus on how you can perfect the action, how you can alter the attitude and do the same action with different attitude. And in that, he gave 14 pointers. And that is called as Karma Yoga. So again and again, Lord is emphasizing on mastering Karma Yoga, mastering actions. After completing that, as usual, our favorite Arjun, we must become Arjun first and then try to become Lord Krishna. Arjun has come with his regular, normal defense. Bhagavan, it is very easy to know about Karma Yoga, talk about Karma Yoga, but very difficult to follow. And these questions are very, very important, very smartly asked. He is saying, Bhagavan, why there is so much of gap between knowledge and action? First question. And this is our own question. Sometimes we wonder that such elderly person, actually with age and experience, the person must become more matured, more quiet, more cheerful. But if we find with age and experience, senior citizens are more irritated, frustrated, all the talking about self and always worried and always tensed. Why this? In spite of having so much of knowledge, seen the world, why so much of fear, worry, anxiety and tension? With age and experience, we must become more and more peaceful. So Arjun is asking our question. Second question, he asked that what is that force which propels us, which stops this knowledge transformation into action? Why we, and he calls that as papa. So we saw last time that force is called a papa, and what is papa is that which takes us away from our goal in life and goal of life. Right now, whatever is our goal, if I'm doing anything which is taking me away, and that's the reason many people till they come to Bhagavad Gita and Karma Yoga actually feel that I am a good person, I am doing all punya. But actually with this definition, when we see that, we will realize that we are doing papa only. So what is that? Whatever takes me towards peace of mind, that is our goal. Whatever I do, I have created a family. The family life must make me more and more peaceful. I am doing a job, I am doing business. That business and job must make me more and more peaceful. But we see exactly opposite happening. People are more tensed, health is spoiling, so much of stress, so much of worry. So somewhere I am doing papa only. So that definition of papa and punya is very important, because that changes our perception that if I am anxious, if I am worried, if I am stressed out, if I am not managing my health, maybe I am doing papa and I am considering that papa as punya. And that's the reason this answer is very important, that I am doing my duty, but still I am not finding that peace of mind. That is a goal in life. Means are family, business, job, and whatever I do. And the final goal is peace of self. So whatever is making me peaceful, slowly, cheerful, where this knowledge can be experienced, that is punya. And Lord has given two things. One is that what are the obstacles and who are the enemies. Amma just sang the bhajan. In that bhajan, enemies are pointed out. And because Arjun is a warrior, he is telling in his language that you have to first of all overcome these two obstacles. And this chapter ends, Karma Yoga ends, where directly Lord has given one very clear instruction, no mincing with words. He says, kill the enemy. Don't show empathy with the enemy. Kill the enemy. Lord is concluding the chapter by saying, kill it. So today we are going to see tips on mind management. It is extremely important because ultimately the mind is our enemy and mind is our friend. I was remembering when Amma was saying that bhajan, exactly what we are going to discuss, she sang, is that the mind is interested in happening. This I have to listen carefully. The mind is always interested in what is happening outside. And that's the reason we want different things to happen, constantly some thrilling things to happen. And now mind is interested in what is happening, and the awareness and God is interested in the mind. So these two sentences are very important. Mind is interested in what is happening outside, and God or awareness is interested in what is happening in the mind. So now the symbolism here, what is given is that the child is interested in the toy and the mother is interested in the child. The child is playing with the toy and watching the toy. The mother is watching the child, not the toy. Number 1 point. Second, when the child is interested in playing with the toys or toy, he has no attention. His attention is not on the mother. But the moment the child remembers hunger, number 1, or the child gets tired or child is unable to do something with the toy, the mother is watching the child. The mother immediately comes and gives the food if the child is hungry. The mother will put the child to sleep if child is sleeping, or the mother will solve the problem in the toy. That is what awareness and God is doing. Now, God is always there. Mother is always watching the child. That is very important. So God and awareness are interested in what is happening in my mind. And the mother loves when the child only wants mother for some time. He doesn't want anything. There are times when the child doesn't stop crying. You give him anything. The child says, I do not want anything. I want only mother. And the mother picks him up and the child stops crying. And that is extreme amount of bhakti, when we don't want anything happening in the world, when we lose interest. That time God says, now I will pick him up, because now he doesn't want the toys, now he wants the mother. Last week I had gone to Wari, from Alandi to Pune, 29 kilometers. So that Naneshwar Maharaj is called as Mauli, or Vitthal is called as Mauli. So that is mother. And we have seen how people are ready to overcome all the challenges of heat and this and that. Nothing bothers them. I want only that. And they walk for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers. Otherwise, when the mind is interested in pleasure or comfort, then all these things sounds very difficult. So like the child, when loses the interest in the toy, or even doesn't lose the interest in the toy at particular point, child doesn't want anything, wants only mother. Doesn't get satisfied. So today's topic is very important, because this topic, when discussed in detail, again Arjun is going to ask His own favorite question, Bhagwan, I understood mind management, but very difficult. Now there also Bhagwan is going to give two answers. So there are two words we have to remember. Obstacles are two and there are enemies are two. And again, after such a long discourse, again Arjuna is going to ask later on, Bhagwan, mind is very powerful, I cannot manage. And now Lord is again going to give him two more tips. But today we will see what are the mind management tips. So last time we saw Bhagwan has given the one obstacle in Sanskrit, but in English there are two words. Bhagwan is saying, Prakrutim yanti bhutani nigraham kim karashyati. Why I am not able to put my knowledge into action? Because what comes in between is Prakriti. Prakriti is tendencies. Prakriti is habits. And these habits are formed because of our past impression, and these past impressions are very strong, and in simple English word, these are called as likes and dislikes. So there are two obstacles. So why I'm not able to transfer my knowledge, and sometimes I wonder that so much I know, but my behavior is so contradictory. Because likes and dislikes are very strong. And this is a common problem that I'm unable to do what I want. Many people say, I know everything about nutrition. I know everything about gym. I know everything about yoga. I know everything about, but I'm not able to reduce little weight. I'm not able to, put my attention where I don't want to eat something, means I will stop that. It doesn't happen like that. So there is a lot of gap between knowledge and action, lot of contradiction between what I know and what I'm doing. And the reason or the two obstacles is Prakrutim yanti bhutani. Restraint will not help. Control will not help, because Lord is saying is that the Prakriti is very strong. Oh, that means I don't have any choice. No, no, no. That means knowledge is ineffective. No, Lord, this is what most of the people say. I don't want all this thing, doesn't work. I've gone to nutritionist, I've gone to doctor, I've gone to gym, but nothing happens to my body. So I give up nutrition, I give up diet, I give up doctor, and I do whatever I want. So that is not the method Lord is saying. Lord is saying is that be aware that this is going to happen and I have to slowly work on it. So last time we saw this. This was the last session summary we are taking. So Lord is going to give us some tips where we have already discussed sense management some time back, and now mind management. How to master the mind which has these like-dislikes. So number 1 point, mind will have like-dislikes. Like-dislikes is the mind. So many like-dislikes. Without tea or coffee, my day cannot start. And there is one sentence I normally like. I like my coffee in my cup the way I want. So there are so many I and my in that. My coffee in my cup and the way I want, and those 15 minutes go nicely. Not that we should not drink. But suppose we go somewhere outside, then our days or few hours go because I don't get my coffee in my cup the way I want. And there is a problem. Those people who have very strong like-dislikes about food, about pillow, about bed, about house, about people, about situations, these people are mostly uncomfortable in most of the situations, with most people, in most places. That's the reason I can't sleep in new place. I cannot deal with new people because I have too much of habit formation, what has happened, and like-dislikes have become rigid. Now, Lord is going to give us example on that in Bhagavad Gita in this chapter itself, that there are 3 types of it. So we will see that analogy later on. So how to master the mind? This is very important. Before we try to change the world, we have to manage our mind, because Guruji says that the only difference between a spiritual person and a non-spiritual person, the only difference between a knowledgeable person and an ignorant person is how we respond to world. And world is made up of 3 things. We have to only respond how I'm dealing with things, how I'm dealing with situations, and how I'm dealing with the people. So now these 3 will be our topic for mind management. How to deal with difficult people. This is an important topic. how to deal with things and how to deal with pleasant and unpleasant situations. How to deal with people whom I like and how to deal with people whom I dislike. Important topic. How to deal with things which I like and how to deal with things which I don't like. So now first topic, dealing with things. As we discussed, world is only made up of three things. We have to deal with things, inanimate objects, that's all. How to deal with, I can live without my family, but I can't live without my iPhone. Without mobile phone today, restlessness. Swami Advaitananji, when he had come to Saraswati Vidyalaya Yajna, if you remember, those who attended, this sentence he uttered. We should by heart this sentence. Jo mila wo kam nahi, jo nahi mila uska gam nahi. This I picked up from him. If you remember, he said that. How to deal with things. First tip, jo mila wo kam nahi, aur jo nahi mila uska gam nahi. So this will create that peace of mind. Otherwise, the attitude will be missing tile Simron, because most of the time we have to actually ask people that, are you happy person? Yeah, I'm happy. But then I'm not focusing on what I'm having. I'm focusing on mostly what I'm not having. So those people who focus on what they have, they normally are cheerful, happy, satisfied, but not that complacent. But I must focus on what I've got, and I've got so many things compared to other people who are suffering with so many things. We have got enough money, we have got food to eat, we have got body, we have got a house, we have got clothes, we have got some people, good people around me. We have got this knowledge, now what more? Hold on to need-based enjoyment, tip number 2, and not fanciful imaginations, brooding ki without this thing I will be incomplete. There is no problem in enjoying life. The problem happens when I become dependent and say that without this I am incomplete. This is another myth what people have. People think means spirituality means I must not enjoy. No, I can enjoy, but after enjoyment I must drop. With mobile phone I am happy, without mobile phone happy. With coffee I am happy, without coffee I am happy. With the food I like, I am happy. Without the food also, I am happy. I must not keep talking about constantly before the food that this is very tikha, this is very, because food is listening. Drop prohibited actions even if you like it. So we must ask one question today. What is good for my body, I will eat. What is good for my body, I will wear. What is good for me, I will do. I will have only those things which are good for me. If I collect hundreds of things and get attached, then before dying, all this attachment to calculate, how will I leave it? Many people have big showcases where small things are kept. Very nice. I must be able to enjoy, but then after some time, cleaning them becomes a problem. You have to open the door and clean one thing. It is a big headache. So that enjoyment has become a big headache. And then we have to employ one maid servant every day to clean that. Not that we must not have it, but it must not become a headache to us, because our attention must be on spiritual knowledge. Enjoy and drop. That is a formula. I must not keep talking and brooding and sharing those things. Enjoyment ho gaya, nahi mila. Gurudev on this particular thing gives this example. I hope we have taken this, but worth repeating. One child, father and mother goes for shopping in a mall. The child sees, first of all, they take him to a toy shop. And the child goes mad seeing 1,000 toys. The mother and father are unattached. They are saying, okay, kya lena hai, le lo, jaldi chalo. But mother, father just looks at the toy, looks at the price and then buys. But the child wants to play it. Then the child shopping is done. Some toys are given to the child. The child is looking at the toy, walking only, holding my mother's father hand, especially father hand, because next mall is sari shop. Now the mother gets into the sari shop. The father and child is uninterested. And father is looking after the child sitting outside. Jaldi karo, jaldi karo, jaldi karo. Then the wife asks from outside, ye color acha hai, wo color hai. Koi bhi le lo. Jaldi chalo, because father has to manage the child, because both are uninterested. Now after that, mother shopping is over. Now they go for father shopping. Now the mother has to manage the child, and then father is interested in some liquor, some pant. Sometimes mother, wife also gets interested, but there the mother and child are not so interested. हाँ ठीक है ठीक है, आपको कोई भी color suit करता है. Basically, what is the choice? Blue pant, white shirt, white pant, black shirt. Last week, Rajshekhar ji was telling, कुछ choice ही नहीं है man को. Majority of the shopping is directed towards women only. So the point is not, Gurudev says that when this shopping happens, the point to learn is that we are not attracted by the object or the mall or the shop. We are disinterested. Even though we shop, ठीक है, चलो लेना है. It's a duty. For a husband, it's a duty. हाँ कितना खर्चा हुआ, अच्छा credit card ले लो, चलो जल्दी चलो. So this must be the attitude towards the world, that we can enjoy, but I am not attached to it. Substitute raga with anuraga. Another tip. I must enhance bhakti towards the Lord or dedication towards something, and then all other things slowly drops its significance or importance. Otherwise, I have seen ek chota idhar udhar ho gaya. People get so frustrated if the things are not happening the way we want. Not that we should not go for perfection, but we must not get so bothered what is happening outside by small things. So there was one person who went to Gurudev on drinking, that I have a drinking habit. Now what Gurudev told him as an advice is a mind management technique. So he told drink is an object. Yes. So he didn't tell him stop drinking. Normally we say stop drinking, stop smoking, stop eating. This is okay. Next time when you are going in the bar, just stand outside the bar and remember the Lord. That is that I can do. Then you can say, what are you want to give up drinking? Then you say, what are the difficulties and what are the challenges in drinking? You remember that. Then when you go and sit with your friends, before you start the drinking, remember the Lord and say, okay, these are the challenges what I have, these are the temptations, and these are the problems which the drinking will create. And pray to the Lord and drink. The person was very happy, but do this every day, and one day you will be sitting before the drink. You may drink or not drink, but this drink will not affect you. And the same thing, the person has shared a real life story that I went to the bar. I remembered all these things. I went and drank. Then second day again I went, I prayed, I sat. But my enjoyment slowly started going down. And one day I went to the bar, sat with friends, enjoyed, really had a good time, but I didn't drink. So, we must never tell our children, grandchildren, stop playing with it. Stop playing. Don't watch TV. Don't play mobile phone. It doesn't work. Because we have to listen to Gurudev, how he stopped the person from, not stopped, but how he removed that particular vasana of drinking. Not by force, but slowly by intelligence and knowledge. Do what is good for me, Shreya, even though I dislike. Exercise, Karela juice. So when we have this youth camp, children camp, we make Karela juice and give it to them. We should see their faces. Karela juice is good for the body. So what is good for the body, I must ask, and I must give, even if I don't like, that is one way to manage the mind. Then do something what you do not like asking for funds. In Chinmaya Mission, no, I will serve, but I don't like to ask fund. That I must do what I don't like. Sometime I must go in the bhaji markets and then tell the bhaji wala, okay, you go aside, I will stand behind and sell vegetables in my own colony. Eating healthy, but not so tasty things. Next tip, do your obligatory duties, even though it is boring and meritless, before pleasure, and not do other person's duty, because this sometimes people get bored. Same thing, again cooking, again cleaning, again doing this, again job. So I must focus on asking one thing, that what is my duty at this particular point of time? Why am I doing this? It is a duty. Second thing, why I do work? Because it is out of joy. Third thing is a problem, when I do out of desire. And then very important point which we have discussed, life is beauty when life is duty. Shreyan Swadharmo Viguna. We must follow our own duty by asking, what is my station? Who am I being? Guruji gives very interesting example. He says that I am now taken sannyas. I am in orange robes. I am a Swami. I am a monk. But at the same time, those who know Guruji, they know that he is a very good cook. So he says that I can prepare very good halwa. Now one day he started thinking that why not to open Halwa Swami Center. Swami Halwa Center. What is the name I will give? Swami Halwa Center, because I am a good cook. Now, if I start thinking that way, that I am good in it, I like it, so I will start some kind of, it doesn't work because now I am a monk. Though I am good into it, I will not start Swami Halwa Center and people will say, wow, wow, wow. Now one monk has started making halwa, so there will be so much of business and that money will come to Chinmay Mission if I start. Maybe he would have thought also, so all these examples came through him, that I must not start Swami Halwa Center. So it sounds very interesting that I must ask that who am I? What is my role as a wife, as a husband, as a son, as a leader, as a subordinate, as a citizen of India, as a human being? I must not get enchanted by what I am good at and start something which is my which is not my swadharma, though I am good at it. Next tip, do some tapas, upvas, maun, japa, study few verses of Gita. There can be many tips you can add on. These are the tips which were given, so I have added by Guruji, by Swami Swatmanandji, by Swami Advayanandji, which I have collected and say these are the tips for mind management. Develop mindfulness, take a pause every time, every 1 hour. I must take a deep breath, pause, reduce thought attacks. Sometimes we get these thought attacks, constantly so many thoughts, so many emotions. That time I must withdraw, take a pause, take a deep breath. Very, very important. And one of the affirmation I must constantly say that things are made for me. I am not made for things. And I am the master of my mind. This any object in this world will not empower me, will have power over me. I will use them. And when I don't want, I will keep them aside. Kabir Das ji was going in a boat, and that boatman told Maharaj, he was actually a डाकू. He told Maharaj, ऊपर जाने के लिए तैयार हो जाओ, आपका सामान निकालो. So he had some silver or some vessels for puja and all. He told, ले लो. Then he told Maharaj, हम तो जाएंगे, आप कभी आएंगे बताओ. And that boatman transformed, because when you come with Kabir Das ji, all these things happen. And then he told, I can drop this silver vessel, gold vessels in the water instantly, and he dropped also. But he told, now you drop your stone vessels or mud vessels. No, I have a lot of attachment. So it is not about what I have. It is how much dispassion I can have about what I have, how easily I can drop things. That is dispassion. Because many people ask this question, that, you have so many things, but it is not about that I am not having vairagya. Vairagya is not how many things I have. Vairagya is how easily I can drop things. So these are some of the tips for dealing with things in mind management. Now, very important, many people say these I can manage, all these things. Most difficult thing is to manage people. How to deal with difficult people, how to deal with bad people, how to deal with cheating people, how to deal with problematic people. That is very important. So dealing with people, how to manage my own mind. Some mind management tips with dealing with people, because things, people and situation is equal to world. Number one, very, very important. This is again our Bhajagovindam Shankaracharya says Satsangatve Nisangatvam. Number 1 point, if I want to manage my mind, I must drop company of negative and pessimistic people. Company matters. Swami Advayanandji gave one example there in his discourse. I have expanded that example. That How important company is very important. Not only company of people, company of books, but most importantly, our 2 years which are there, which I cannot close, they get either poisoned or they get enlightened by company only. What people are talking to me, who are close to me. Now we are going to come to later on what the question some of us are thinking. Yeah, I can drop company of negative or pessimistic people, but some people who are in my life whom cannot drop, then what to do? That is coming later on. So the example of this is very powerful. A drop of water, when it is in the sea, it is called as ocean. When it goes to the up, it is called as a cloud. When it comes down, it is called as rain. When it goes into the shell, it is called as a pearl. The same drop, when it gets different company, it is called differently. The same drop of water, when it is on the grass blade, it is called as dew. When the same drop of water falls in a gutter, it becomes gutter water. When the same drop goes into the fridge, it is called as ice. When the same drop comes on the stove, it is called as steam. When the same drop of water goes into the chemical laboratory, it is called as H2O. When the same drop of water falls in a tirtha, Chandrabhaga, Ganga, Kumbh Mela, it becomes tirtha. And the same drop of water, the last one is very important, the same drop of water, when we go to a temple and comes in the hand, it is called as tirthamrut. And all these things happens to the drop of water only because of the company it gets. So what is a company I'm having? What kind of people I'm talking? What kind of people are sharing what kind of things? That is very important to deal with people. First thing I must drop. Then suppose I cannot drop them. Then I must say that why am I giving so much of significance and importance to what they are saying? And for that, I must increase more of knowledge, more of spiritual reading, more of japa. Because if I cannot avoid certain people like coronavirus, then the only thing what remains is my immunity has to go up. So how to deal? Whom I'm like or attached to most? Some people I like and some people I'm attached to most. I must ask this question, why? Why I am attached to this person more? Why I like this person more over other? What is it I am deriving from this person? Is it love? Is it control? Is it security? Is it fame? Is it jealousy? Some trade-off is there where I like some person or why I'm attached to one person. Some of the things, either of the things are there. So I must discover and drop that so my attachment slowly goes. Because attachment creates problems. Then some people I dislike. How to deal with them? I must be more. What I dislike about them, I must think that my opinion is different than their opinion. My behavior is more different than their behavior. Second reason. And the most important reason where all relationship problems happen. I'm saying all. There's only one common factor where all relationship problems are there in this life. Whoever it is expectation mismatch. My expectations are not fulfilled by another person. That is a root cause of all frictions. And those people who do not fulfill our expectation, I say I dislike this person. And those people who fulfill my certain expectation, physical, emotional, financial, social, I say I like that particular person. So like dislikes is depending upon what kind of expectations are fulfilled by whom. And Maslow's laws say there are different expectations: physical expectation, social expectation, emotional expectation, relationship expectation, financial expectation. I went to this person, but he denied me money. I dislike him. इतना सब पैसा होने के बाद उसने 100 रुपया दिया. We should not say that. Because it's only your expectation has gone bad. He might be giving to somebody else. Just because my expectation is unfulfilled by another person, I say I dislike this person. I don't want this person in my life. So basically, it is not about the other person. It is about my own expectations from this particular person, which are unfulfilled or fulfilled. Then have issue-based differences, not personality-based differences. I say, okay, this particular person is We are having this issue between us, that is a issue difference. But I am not against this person. I must not label this person as good, bad, this, that, because we are very eager to label a person. That particular person is like this person, a particular person is like this. We must say, okay, we actually do not have a common opinion about this issue. So much people fight over political issue, relationship issue, religious issue. And then I'm ready to kill that particular person. I'm ready to torture that person because I'm having some issue difference with that person. So have issue-based differences, not personality-based differences. What is wrong is more important than who is wrong. We must have this as Mahavakya while dealing with people. We must not focus on you are wrong, I am right, this is wrong. No, this is wrong. You are not wrong. You made a mistake, but this went wrong. That's all. Not that you are wrong. But we are eager to say you are wrong, that particular person is wrong, that Khandan is wrong, God is wrong. Don't do unto others what you don't like happening to you. There is another Mahavakya in people's relationship. I don't like arrogance, then I should not be arrogant. I don't like this person's behavior happening towards me this way, then I must not behave that way. If I like people taking care of me, I must also start taking care of people. If I like people sympathizing with me, I must show sympathy with others. Whatever I don't like happening to me, I must not do to others. This is a law. People say, no, all laws of dealing with relationships are subjective. No, this is an absolute law. Be objective, visualize the person without any relationship with you. This is very important. Sometimes I must visualize my mother without any relationship as mother. Sometimes I must look at my father as without any relationship as father. The most difficult, sometimes I must look at my wife or husband or children as a human being, not with relationship. Without relationship, I must be able to see the person as a human being. This is a very important thing when we get into family or when we get into some kind of job or business, we get so close. I know this person, I don't know this person, then there is a problem. One of the technique what I had learned that sometimes I must take my mind on the moon, and from moon I look into the earth. On that earth, India, then Chembur or Ghatkopar, then Ghatkopar, this building, and then look at the family, what they're doing in kitchen, living room here, and look at that person sitting on the moon. Suddenly our perception changes because our law is our view drives our way. Practice 3 values, Satya, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya. No, I speak only truth, but that doesn't mean I must hurt other person. No, I don't care. That is not mentioned here. The truth must be spoken with chocolate and ice cream words. It must be pleasant. And I must practice self-control in talking, in eating, in everything. And we have already discussed these 4 C's of communication, how to communicate where other person wants to listen to me. There are many programs people take, we should sometime attend, that how to speak where people are interested to listen to me. Otherwise, there are some people who keep talking, people run away. But still I am not stopping. The formula is Satyam, Hitam, Priyam, Mitam. Speak truth. Speak what is beneficial to another person, not only my story. That must be spoken in Priyam, nice, beautiful way, pleasant way, and Mitam means short. Only those people who speak less, short, to the point, people are interested to listen to them more. Drop 3 C's, cribbing, complaining, comparing, blaming, and 1 B, and cultivate appreciating. Actually, there is one more there, AC. We must build more appreciation and complimenting and reduce cribbing, complaining, comparing, blaming. Reduce judgment. In one program what I attended in Art of Living, the first sentence what the teacher told is that judgment reduces joy. Those people who are not joyous, they are always judging the world, judging self, judging people, judging things, judging situation. Sometimes we must stop judging and shift the judging to observing without like dislike. That is the highest level. जो देखता है वो छूटता है, जो भोगता है वो अटकता है. G.K. Krishnamurti, Ramana Maharshi, Nisargadatta Maharaj, if you see all these people, they will tell you about the path of observation without judgment is the highest level of intelligence. J.K. Krishnamurti says. What is the affirmation I can have with dealing with people? I am an expression of love and happiness. Wherever I go, I spread love and expression, happiness. And why it is important for spiritual people who read Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra and all these things, we must talk less about scripture and first connect person with love. If you observe Guruji, when we meet him, he will not talk about Vedanta, he will just love people. So Jnanam must shift into Premam. This I can do where I am not dependent on anybody. I must shift myself that from today, my objective and purpose of life, that whoever I will meet, I will just spread love. If I cannot express, I will in the mind say I love, and the love spreads. And I will spread more love and happiness with people, and people will get attracted, because that is what is most of the people are missing, is love and happiness in life. One of the survey was done where people say, I am not loved by anybody. I don't have anyone to love. I am not happy all the time. I want to be with happy people. This is a basic need of all human beings. So why not to shift the gear today after this session, because transformation happens every moment. From today, only one objective. I will not bore people with my story, with my sad story, and buy some sympathy. You know what happened? You know, my body, then this and that, and children and grandchildren. No, I am the expression of love and happiness. When dealing with situations, look at from spiritual point of view. Jagat means it is changing. Constantly situations are changing. There is no situation which is going to remain same. Jayate gacchati iti jagata. This is one practice on which Buddhism is based on. They say anitya hai, anitya hai, anitya hai. This is anitya, this is anitya, this is anitya. So the attachment doesn't happen. Expecting permanency from change is the basic ignorance and mudata. People are going to change, people's behavior is going to change, our relationships are going to change, body is going to change, everything is going to change. Accepting change is highest wisdom. Practice impermanency dialogue. Everything is going to change. You know, this person, I never thought this person will do. This person has changed. Or this person was a grihastha, he became a monk. Change. This monk, he became a grihastha. Change. Even when we meet people, if you see those people into spirituality, our own relatives, our own close friends, they will relate to us in the same way they were relating. They will not think that this person now, as with spiritual knowledge, has grown and outgrown certain things. Think role, goal in the situation. That is one important point where Arjun got confused. And the last thing, any situation, I can say, this action is the offering, what Swami Advaitanandji said. Pujya Gurudev saying is that freedom is doing what I don't feel like doing and not doing what I feel like doing. That I experience the freedom. So that is where I manage the mind sometimes by challenging that what I don't like, I will do. Maximum, what will happen? Death is not going to happen. What will happen maximum? So I will do and check. And sometimes I will not do what I like. Let me see what happens to the mind. So from today, instead of judging people, talking about people, I must start focusing on my mind slowly, 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 slowly. And that is what Lord Krishna is telling Arjun, that now you fight with your mind. Actually, this war is happening outside, but this is an inner war of fighting with the mind, dealing with the mind, and that is mind management technique. The affirmation for dealing with situations is I am a possibility and contribution. Whenever I am having a situation, I will create a different possibility. ये नहीं हो सकता, तो ऐसा करेंगे. Let us see the situation in different light. So I become a possibility. I become a contribution to people. I become an expression of love. I become expression of happiness. And what was the earlier and I am the master of my mind. So these are three affirmations I must remember. And then Arjuna has asked that who are the real enemies? So these are the obstacles which I have to overcome. Arjuna has asked, who are my real enemies? God is going to answer next time. There are two enemies which will stop your knowledge getting into action. They will stop your progress and you will be going away from God, peace, bliss, etc. And these two enemies you deal, and finally he gives advice, kill them. So God is going to give us a complete war technique now. That is the last portion of this third chapter. That what are the different types, who are these enemies, what are their hiding posts, how to locate them, and how to kill them. So as Arjun was a warrior, in his language, Lord has told him. So that we will take it next time. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.